Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more WWE 2k16 Universe Mode. My name is BrendenPlayz, and we are here with WWE NXT this week, and we are 3 weeks away from the SummerSlam pay-per-view. Last week, we found out what exactly is going to be happening with NXT in the near future. AJ Styles versus Hideo Itami for the NXT Championship. This week, we find out what's going to happen with our Women's Championship. Asuka versus Bayley, one-on-one in a #1 contenders match. The winner will meet Charlotte one-on-one for the Women's Championship. And we also have Austin Aries going one-on-one with SmackDown's Fandango. And it's going to be the Vaudevillains in action against the Hype Bros. Eva Marie has one-on-one action against Becky Lynch. Should be a good contest between those two. And our main event, Apollo Crews will team up with AJ Styles this week, our NXT champion, to take on our #1 contender, Hideo Itami, and the man who missed out, Samoa Joe. Very, very interesting equation right there. We'll sort of find out what exactly happens later on. Fandango gets a victory over Austin Aries. A bit of an upset win there, but Fandango, the SmackDown star, gets a big win. Hype Bros also pick up a huge win for themselves as well, and Becky Lynch, good as always, picks up another victory. Alrighty, so we get ready for our #1 contenders matchup. It is going to be between two of the very best women we have here at NXT. Asuka versus Bayley. The winner will meet Charlotte one-on-one for the NXT Championship, the Women's Championship. It's been such an interesting equation over the last few weeks. We've seen Becky Lynch obviously performing pretty well. She's unfortunately just missed out. It's been really a battle between those three, Bayley of course included as well. It has been a battle among these three women to determine the #1 contender. Asuka getting a victory over Becky Lynch last week, taking her out of the equation. And Bayley, she's been picking up some wins over the last few weeks as well, and she's got herself right in the driver's seat. All she has to do, and I say this like it's an easy thing to do, is beat Asuka here tonight, and she will get herself an opportunity for the Women's Championship. Easier said than done, no doubt about that. Asuka, the Japanese sensation, has been dominating the NXT Women's division so far. All she needs to do is get that NXT Women's Championship around her waist to cap off a pretty successful run for her. Obviously defeating Becky Lynch was pretty impressive, I gotta say, and she just keeps on winning, Asuka, and I think right now you can certainly see that Asuka's ready to win that NXT Women's Championship, but Bayley's not ready to give it away just quite yet. So we're going to see how this one pans out, and this should be very, very interesting indeed, as both women, well, in a bit of a situation here. Bayley just trying to work down the arm of Asuka, doing so quite effectively. So Charlotte, currently our Women's Champion, winning it at the NXT Arrival Special, and we need to, I guess, sort out our NXT Takeover Special, which will be our next special. Maybe we should come up with our own custom name for the show, perhaps, or I'm not sure. Maybe we should, maybe we could be a little bit creative here. Should we try maybe a custom name, or should we continue to use the trend of what the real-life WWE uses? So I guess it can coincide, or we can use the logos and things like that for that show, and perhaps the arenas and things like that. Maybe that's probably the way to go, but let me know what you guys think. Should we use custom, or should we just use, what really is there? I don't know. But anyways, at the moment, Bayley against the ropes. Oh, an elbow shot there to Asuka. And now Asuka from behind will look for went for a suplex, but Bayley landing on her feet. Nicely done, and now turns it into a DDT, and the offense is now back in the favor of Bayley. So certainly at our next NXT TakeOver Special, obviously happening because of Finn Balor's huge Money in the Bank win, allowing NXT to grow and have more special events. And that was the agreement that was undertaken there with the NXT stars participating in the ladder matchup. So now that's actually now going to be in full force and full effect, the next NXT TakeOver Special is going to be huge. Obviously Hideo Itami will go one-on-one with AJ Styles. I mean, there's always a lot of bad blood among the top guys here at NXT. We've seen Finn Balor, who I think right now, probably his days at NXT are certainly numbered. I think he's moved up to the main roster well and truly now, and I think he had one final piece of business to attend to, and that was to try and become the #1 contender. Last week he tried to do so in the triple threat match. He failed, of course. Now, I guess the situation is, well, where does Finn Balor's heart lie? Is he going to be here in NXT, or is he ready to move up? And I think he's already associated himself enough with the main roster already, where he probably is going to move up, and probably move up for good. So that always, that obviously opens up a huge door for the guys like Hideo Itami, Apollo Crews, Samoa Joe, Baron Corbin, Austin Aries, some of our top tier stars here in NXT. Opens up a lot of doors for those guys. And obviously Hideo Itami, well, he's currently reaping the benefits. He'll go one-on-one with AJ Styles, probably at our next NXT TakeOver special. And I guess another question as well, probably asking maybe too many questions for you guys, but would you like to see NXT matches happen on our regular pay-per-views? Maybe in a pre-show? And I'm thinking maybe we might do pre-show matches in the live stream, maybe. I don't know. Maybe we'll do some of our NXT matches there. I'm not sure. But anyways, big Insiguri there by Asuka. Let's get back into this action right now as both women are currently just taking a bit of a breather. Bayley for other reasons, but Asuka because she wanted to. Bayley because, her head was kicked in there by Asuka. Right now, it's going to go for, went for an attempted backbreaker. Asuka this time getting out of it. Now turns it into a suplex. Nicely done there by Bayley, who's looking to continue to hold on to this momentum and the advantage that she has. Now there's the backbreaker as we get ready to take a quick little break here during this match. Two of the very best here at NXT. AJ Styles, our champion, and Hideo Itami, our challenger, will go one-on-one for the NXT Championship in the very near future. Will Itami make it a very short reign for our first ever NXT Champion? Find out in the very near future right here on BrendenPlayz. Alrighty, we are back right now with the action. Side headlock right now by Asuka, but who Bayley is trying to get back to her feet. She's going to do so successfully, you would think. A couple of elbow strikes there to Asuka. Been back and forth throughout commercial break, and there's really nothing splitting these two right now. They're so neck and neck, and we're going to find out who is going to be our next #1 contender very shortly. Here we go. Covered now by Bayley, and Asuka will kick out of the count of 2. Nicely done there by Asuka. Obviously a lot of pressure applied to her right now, trying to get out of that pinning predicament. Bayley has a chance now to kind of continue this momentum that she has. But Asuka now from behind. Look out! She's got the chokehold applied, turns into the rear naked choke, and this is trouble right now for Bayley. Will Bayley tap out? She's close to the ropes. I think she's got fingertips on the ropes. The referee, I don't know if that was enough to determine a rope break, but she was obviously very close to the ropes. Asuka decided to release the hold. I think she might have made Bayley pass out regardless. Now tries to win. Oh, Jesus. A 2.5 count. That was close. Wow. Snapmare. Don't think she really got all of that, though. More of a turn to the side there. Maybe just getting enough to keep Bayley down. And now just a little bit of a kick. Using the heel nicely there by Asuka. And many haven't quite worked out Asuka yet. I mean, the fans not quite sure whether to cheer her, whether to boo her. I mean, it's very undecided right now. It's a bit of a case of you decide on your own accord. Do you want to cheer Asuka, who's trying to beat Bayley, kick out of 2, or do you want to boo her? I mean, it's up to you, I guess. And it's very interesting because normally, look at Bayley. It's very difficult to not like her. She is a fighting champion. She would be a fighting champion, and she continues to really give it her all. She just, no matter what happens, she always gives 110%, and she just continues to fight no matter what. She'll never give up. Whereas Asuka will just beat the living hell out of you and do it with a smile on her face. Now, if that's your cup of tea, then definitely. Oh, wait, geez, that was a 3 count by the referee. But he's saying that Bayley kicked out before he slapped the 3 down. He did hit the mat with a 3, but he's saying the shoulders are up. Another controversial decision. We've had so many here in NXT already. And now, Bayley will get Asuka down off her feet. Very close situation. Asuka probably could have had the match won right there. We'll have to probably go back and replay and see for yourself whether or not she got the shoulder up in time. But geez, it was close. Now Bayley going for the Bayley to belly. And not quite getting it though, because Asuka countering. That's really been the tail of the tape in this one. Every time one of our women tries to go for one of their signature maneuvers, they counter each other. Which is, I guess, a reason why this match has been so competitive and so close right now. Asuka now trying to get to her feet. An elbow strike there onto Bayley into the midsection. Connected with a kick there. Not as effective as she would have liked, but enough to keep Bayley away. Grab the arm, and now Asuka has a chance. Another kick. Bayley in a little bit of trouble. Snapmare takedown, and now the side headlock. looking to continue the pressure and looking to just continue the stranglehold, the grip that she has right now on the throat of Bayley in this match. Not working out though. Bayley back to her feet, went for a big slap. Missing though, and now the shoulders are down for Bayley. Here's trouble. Asuka's got it. No. She just manages to kick out at 2. Wow, Asuka is getting some close falls here. A near pinfall right there, almost ending this matchup. A shot to the back, the lower back of Bayley. A few of them, in fact. Asuka ready to try and put her away right now. Ready to win this matchup. Oh, there's another suplex from Asuka, who taking a chance for a bit of a breather. She's in control. What can she do next to win this match? Will she be able to win this match? That's the thing. Bayley is one of those resilient characters who just will never give up. And she seems to be trying to show us that right now. Oh! The face into the shoulder of Bayley there. I thought she might be bringing her down for a DDT, but I think she probably connected very nicely with that shoulder. And now the drop kick into the back. This is nice here from Bayley. Things working out pretty well for her right now, but can she win this match? She needs to hit a big move, and she might be going for it right now off the second rope, and a flying uppercut. Well, effective. Connecting to the back of Asuka, and who will kick out right now. Asuka continues to stay in the match. Bayley thought for a moment she might have had this one done and dusted. Now, the Bayley to belly. She's done it. She's connected with it. And now surely that is going to put her away. Here we go. The cover. And no, the shoulder is up by Asuka. Wow. Bayley is in disbelief. She thought she had the match won. Now, she wants it again, does she? Asuka now into the corner. Here comes Bayley. And this is trouble now for Asuka, who might be going onto the top rope, about to fly. She's already a bit dazzled and dazed already because of what happened. Now Asuka off the top rope, and oh, connects with a bit of a flying kind of clothesline. And now Bayley is down, and Asuka has a chance. A moment ago, she was out of it. Now Asuka might be about ready to put Bayley away. Here comes Asuka. Trouble now from behind, and here we go again, the rear naked choke. The rear naked choke from Asuka, and Bayley might be ready to tap out. Well, no, Bayley. Oh, grabbed the arms. She grabbed the arms of Asuka and made her release the hold. She's broken out of it and slams her head back into the mat. And Bayley now may have just escaped jail because she has a chance now. Asuka had her done and dusted. Now the Bayley to belly. Drags her into the middle of the ring. Bayley is about to become the new #1 contender. She's done it. Very impressive tonight by Bayley. Arguably one of the toughest challenges that she could possibly receive here in NXT. And she's overcome it here tonight. Bayley will now meet Charlotte one-on-one for the NXT Women's Championship. An incredible match between the two, no doubt about it. It was close, back and forth. You could have thought either one of them would have won at any time. That rear naked choke was just in, and Bayley just managing to get out of the hole before it was way too late. Arguably, I think if she didn't get out, she would have tapped out and choked out right there and then. But good enough to release force Asuka to release the hold. She grabbed the arm, she broke through, and she survives in this match. And now Charlotte will meet Bayley one-on-one. I thought we probably would have been expecting Asuka, to be honest. I thought Asuka was definitely the favorite. But Bayley defying the odds and picking up the victory. The Bayley to belly, and perfectly executed. And this time, earlier in the match didn't quite work out, but this time it did. Getting the 3 count, and now she is our new #1 contender. Well deserved, no doubt about that. It's been a tough road to this journey for Bayley. She's had some tough obstacles to overcome, and before this, she wasn't able to do it. But now, when it counts, she picks up a much-needed victory and will will now meet Charlotte for the Women's Championship. It's time now to go get ourselves prepared for our huge tag team main event. Tag team action right now, folks. It is Apollo Crews and AJ Styles teaming up to take on Samoa Joe and our #1 contender for the NXT Championship, Hideo Itami. Well, Apollo Crews, a big victory last week over at Baron Corbin. He continues to impress. There's no doubt about that. Apollo Crews has all the tools, as we've said a number of times, to be an absolute megastar here on NXT. He didn't quite get all the opportunities that perhaps some others did, and he's certainly starting to make the most of it right now. He's trying his best to get himself in the title picture, but he's going to have to wait his turn a little bit. But tonight, at least, he'll get his opportunity to show us what he's made of against the very best here in NXT. So here we go. Here comes our champion, AJ Styles. And how good is AJ Styles right now? He is without a doubt the best here in NXT, winning the NXT Championship tournament to have that championship around his waist. But now, Hideo Itami, a man who's been up and down. He bowed out of the NXT Championship tournament very, very early. In fact, the first round. And he's done well enough to come back and revive himself from that embarrassing loss to get himself into a position now to become the NXT Champion. Will Hideo Itami be able to turn it up on the night? It seems as though he's up and down. It seems as though you never know what you're going to quite get out of Hideo Itami. Will he walk out as NXT Champion in the future? Who knows? On his day, he is without a doubt one of the toughest men to beat. Another man from Japan who has just dominated Japan like no other. A man with a star full of potential who's come here to NXT to try and fulfill it. He wants that NXT Championship so badly. In fact, he and Finn Balor were going back and forth for weeks now. They finally got a chance to meet in that triple threat matchup last week, and boy did they. Hideo Itami getting the last laugh. Yes, Finn Balor won Money in the Bank, but Hideo Itami got the pinfall over Finn Balor. And perhaps we'll see those two meet again someday in the future, but that rivalry certainly is not over. But for now, it's been put on hold because Hideo Itami wants the NXT title, and Finn Balor is now on Raw. So here comes Samoa Joe, and he's a man who's going to be pissed off. No doubt about that. Last week had a chance to become the #1 contender. He was not pinned nor submitted. He just was not involved in the decision. Samoa Joe deserves a shot at the NXT title, but he's going to have to wait. He wanted AJ Styles. In fact, he beat up AJ Styles after the NXT TakeOver special to debut and, well, let everybody know he's here. He put the whole locker room on notice, but he's not going to get his shot. He's going to have to wait. He's going to have to rebuild and start winning some matches here in NXT. I mean, so far it has been so good for Joe, but he would like to get a few more wins under his belt before he comes after the NXT title, you would assume. And now Hideo Itami and Apollo Crews will meet in the ring. AJ Styles and Samoa Joe on the apron. #1 contender for the NXT Championship, Hideo Itami. NXT Champion AJ Styles. I'll meet very soon, but for now, we're going to get a bit of a sneak peek very soon throughout this match. But for now, it's Apollo Crews and Hideo Itami. And Apollo Crews picks up a win over Hideo Itami here. It'll instantly put himself on the map as one of the top tier contenders for that championship. And then likewise, if he beats Samoa Joe, arguably, because Samoa Joe, I think, is one of the guys who could be NXT champion very, very soon. As soon as he gets an opportunity, I believe Samoa Joe could win that championship. He's that vicious. He's that dominant in the ring. He does not take no for an answer. He just beats up anybody who gets in his way. He's a bit of a killer, isn't he? He just will, he sets himself out there to destroy anybody in his way. And AJ Styles was in his way. He absolutely destroyed him after NXT arrival. And I suppose Hideo Itami is now in his way. Will Samoa Joe look to come out after Hideo Itami? Will he look to try and take him out and try and take his spot? Well, he might have a chance here tonight to try and do that. Right now it's Crews who lifts up the arm of Hideo, tried to pick him up. Instead, Hideo Itami countering and turns into a suplex. In fact, it might have been a bit of a brainbuster there by Hideo Itami. So that was very well executed. And he did that and just snapped that and just went down so quickly. So well done from Hideo Itami, and that's exactly what he brings to the table. the technical ability, the high-flying ability. He has it all, really. And he even showed us a bit of his strength right there. Here comes AJ Styles. He's in now with Samoa Joe. And AJ would love to get his hands right now on Joe, looking for a bit of revenge of what's exactly happened over the last few weeks. Samoa Joe getting the better of Styles, and now Styles has the chance to come after Joe. Here we go. Styles picks up Joe, turns into a suplex. Nicely done there by AJ Styles, our NXT champion. Continues to come after Joe now. Going to go for another suplex. Connects, and again, similar to what Hideo Itami did. Perhaps what you can do, I can do better. Bit of a situation there, trying to one-up Hideo Itami. But Joe, not having any of it, turns into a clothesline, and now back in control of this match. Samoa Joe, he's a man that needs to be feared. Let's be honest. I think he might be the most feared man in NXT. I mean, you just don't know what he's capable of after what he did to AJ Styles, and I think that's just the beginning of what he can do. I mean, Samoa Joe has to be the scariest man on the roster right now, certainly for AJ Styles, because I get the feeling that when these two men meet in the ring right here at NXT, Samoa Joe may just have what it takes to beat Styles. And I think that's something AJ Styles is very fearful of. I think AJ Styles will probably be feeling very confident that he can beat Hideo Itami because of Hideo Itami's up and down situation. Obviously embarrassed a few times here in NXT, and he probably feels as though with, oh nice gut buster there, probably feels as though he can beat Hideo Itami. But Samoa Joe has been absolutely so dominant. I think AJ Styles will probably be doubting himself a little bit that he can beat Joe, so he has to be pretty thankful, I guess you could say, that Joe is not the number one contender right now. DDT, down goes Styles, and Joe will now bring in the number one contender. So now these two will meet face to face. And this is the chance where Hideo Itami can put all the criticism aside, put it all away, and prove to us that he can beat AJ Styles. A pinfall right now on the champ would do exactly that. And I think that's exactly what Hideo Itami is out to do here tonight. He wants to be in this match. He wants to beat up the champ. He wants to beat Apollo Crews. He wants to prove that his win last week was not a fluke and that he does deserve to be the number one contender. Styles now against the ropes. Hideo Itami, clothesline there, taking down the champ. So a sneak peek of what to expect. And so far, a lot to like here from Hideo Itami. And similar to what Asuka did earlier in the women's match, nice little flick back there by Hideo Itami, kicking AJ Styles, as now Styles is set into the corner, but countering with an elbow strike of his own. The phenomenal one, AJ Styles, in a bit of trouble now by the number one contender. Hideo Itami has a hold of Styles, gonna look to try and pick him up, hooks both arms, and turns into a suplex, launching Styles to the other side of the ring. Nicely done there by Hideo Itami. Styles now in the middle of the ring. An attempted pinfall here. And Styles will kick out. Well, Apollo Crews, not too concerned. I guess he backed the champ to kick out there. Oh, an insecurity there by AJ Styles. And that keeps Hideo Itami down for long enough to look for the tag. And in comes Crews. So Styles, you'd have to probably say Hideo Itami won that interaction between Styles and Itami there. I mean, nicely done there by Hideo, and that will just put a little bit of doubt in AJ Styles' mind. And I think AJ Styles would like to get back in there later on against Itami and try and beat him in their next altercation. But certainly Itami looking probably the best between the two right now. Itami continues the assault. This time it's on Crews, who's now in the corner. Itami tried for a kick, and Crews turned it into a clothesline. A lot to prove here for Apollo Crews. A lot on the line right now for him as well. And here we go, the submission. The camel clutch submission, and Crews will break it up. I think Itami's boot might have been near the ropes. And now Crews, suplex. Vertical suplex, down goes Hideo Itami. And Crews now looks for the kick and connects. Samoa Joe watching on. Hideo Itami's been in there for a while now. Samoa Joe might want to try and help his partner out so he can get the tag and get himself in this matchup again. Crews is working away on Itami. That's not a bad idea. Just keep him down. Leg drop there by Apollo Crews. And now Crews trying to put Itami away. And Itami will kick out at the count of 2. Close pinfall there, but Itami good enough to kick out, who's taking a bit of a damage right now. Crews, we're feeling quite confident over Itami. Gets Itami back to his feet, and this time an enziguri of his own. What I think is everybody hit an enziguri in this matchup? Jeez, everybody trying to outdo each other right now. Cruz now to win the matchup. Styles took out Samoa Joe, but was not required because Itami was able to kick out of his own accord at the count of 2 and keep this one alive. An elbow strike now, or a forearm there by Itami. And Itami from behind. The distraction, though, has helped Itami create a bit of separation in this match, hitting the suplex, and now has a chance to tag out. But Itami, the arrogant man that he is, wants it all to himself. He wants all the adulation to go to him. He just wants it to be all about him right now, and he wants to prove that he can do it all by himself. Doesn't think he needs Samoa Joe right now because he's trying to win this matchup and put Cruz away. And now he's finally gonna go for the tag. He had a chance to go for it a moment ago, but he just had to take down Cruz and then go for it when he was ready. But I guess that's what Hideo Itami's all about. That's the type of guy that he is, and that's the type of guy Styles will have to deal with. A nice power slam there by Samoa Joe on Apollo Crews. What a matchup this is going to be between these two men. Apollo Crews, such a fantastic athlete. Samoa Joe, a big man, and trying to take out Cruz. Had that arm in a bit of a chicken wing position, and Cruz was able to get out of it and quickly gets in the tag and brings in AJ Styles. So these two men meet again, Styles and Joe. Joe planting down Styles. And now quickly going for the cover, trying to get a big, quick pinfall here whilst Cruz was distracted. Cruz still having faith in his partner and deciding to let him go for it and try and kick out. It was a close fall, a count of 2.5, but this one continues. Joe now has a hold of Styles again, launches him to the other side of the ring. And now Joe will wrap the legs around AJ Styles. Hideo Itami looks pretty cool, calm and collected over there. Doesn't look very interested in getting back in the match just yet. I don't think he wants to face AJ Styles just quite yet. I think he wants to wait until he's ready and let Samoa Joe deal with him right now. To be fair, Itami did do quite a big bulk of this matchup. Now Samoa Joe's turn to show us what he can do. Here comes Joe. Oh, an elbow strike there. And another enziguri. And Samoa Joe taking out AJ Styles. A chance to put him away here and send a huge statement to Styles. And Styles will just kick out. Well, Itami, to his credit, he was ready for that. He was cool, calm, and collected before. But that time, he was on the ball, taking out Apollo Crews. But just like before, not required because Styles is out to kick out by himself. And now Styles! Wait a second! The Styles clash! And turns it straight away into a pinfall. But Joe had his hand on the rope and it breaks it up. Well, geez, it was swiftly done there by AJ Styles. Bang! Styles clash. And straight away turning into a pinfall predicament. But unfortunately for him, he rolled through too far. Joe getting the hand on the ropes. And now Joe hits the muscle buster and takes down AJ Styles. This is the chance now for Joe to beat the champ. He's wasting a little bit of time now, though. I don't think he really needed to drag him much further in the ring. And will he be out? Oh, yes, he kicks out. So he's probably wasted just a little bit too much time allowing Styles to kick out. But geez, that was an interesting situation right there. Joe went from nearly losing the matchup to nearly winning the matchup in a space of 15 seconds. Very, very impressive now. Styles, he wants Joe up again. He wants to hit that Styles clash again. This time, he's going to look to try and gain some momentum. Takes down Samoa Joe. Hideo Itami is out right now as well. The perfect time to try and win this match. Cruz is now in this match. And he would love the icing on the cake right now. Apollo Crews entering this match. He's got the tag. And now wants to try and put Joe away. Apollo Crews picks him up and hits the powerbomb. And has both legs hooked. Joe's in trouble. In fact, Joe has been defeated by Apollo Crews. Wow, Samoa Joe taking a beating from Styles. The Styles clash. He almost got out of it and almost got away with it. But Styles heating up, taking down Joe and Apollo Crews, the fresh man, coming in and planting him away with the powerbomb and putting this match to bed. Apollo Crews gets, I would say, a bit of an upset victory here tonight for his team. I thought for sure Joe and Hideo Itami were going to be too strong and too good for Cruz and Styles. Apollo Crews and AJ Styles, they pick up the win. Cruz sending a huge emphatic statement to Samoa Joe. There it was, the powerbomb, and I don't think Joe is going to exactly be very happy about that. Nicely done there by Cruz though, a big victory. And both men now still in the ring. Apollo Crews celebrating his win, and Samoa Joe's not having any of it. And oh, wait a second, Joe's got a hold of Cruz. Cruz was flaunting and just trying to celebrate, and Samoa Joe has had enough. Well, just like we saw at NXT Arrival, Samoa Joe is looking to take out his frustrations. He's looking to take it out on another man. Joe losing the matchup tonight and suplexing Apollo Crews all around the ring. This is trouble now for Crews. He's in the corner. Here comes Joe. And this is real trouble. Apollo Crews now. Styles and Itami's walked away. They've celebrated and walked away and left these two in the middle of the ring. The muscle buster again there by Samoa Joe, taking out Apollo Crews and sending a statement of his own. Apollo Crews smiling away and celebrating, and Joe cutting the celebration short. Ladies and gentlemen, that will do it tonight for our episode of Universe Mode. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like on this video. Of course, subscribe to see more Universe Mode action coming your way very soon. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you next video.